was the drummer for the Navy Commodores in Washington, D.C. The major bands in Washington, D.C., the Air Force, Army, Navy, Air Marines, all have special big bands, which they audition special people for, and they only take the top people. Clyde played for them. So this is the Clyde Carter, the former drummer with the Navy Commodores in Washington, D.C. Next to him is our banjo player. His claim to fame is that for many, many years, he was the leader of the Dixieland Band on the Mississippi River on the Dixie Queen. So Mr. Ken Calhoun on banjo. And we have on tuba Dr. Mark Dickman, who's professor of music, jazz music, at UNF here in Jacksonville. And if you notice, he's playing the real instrument that they use in the real Dixieland bands, a tuba, not a bass pedal or anything else. And then on the end there is 12 drink of water and a black suit, Dave Steinmeier. When I was in charge of the Air Force band, back in the Air Force band in 1960, we enlisted this kid out of high school. He became our star player, went to Washington, D.C., to the Airmen of Note, the official Air Force jazz band, and he ended up playing lead trombone, and then he ended up being the leader of the jazz band for 10 years. Mr. Dave Steinmeier. And next to me here, Dr. Bill Prince. I met Dr. Prince when he wasn't a doctor. He was just another sideman in the NORAD band in Colorado Springs. I was commanding officer of the Army band at Fort Huachuca, and they came down and played a gig here, and I heard this guy play, and I said, holy smokes, wow, can anybody else in the world do that? If you like big band jazz, big band music, come up to Bill and buy his album that he wrote. He wrote 12 original tunes for a big band. Then he wrote the arrangements for a 17-piece band. Then he played 16 of the 17 parts. All the trumpet parts, trombone parts, saxophones, clarinet, flute, piano, bass. The only thing he didn't play was drums. He said, I don't play drums well enough to play my own band. But here's Dr. Bill Prince on cornet this afternoon. And now, Dr. Prince, what are we going to play next? Way Down Yonder in New Orleans. Here